Stomach. I vomit. Omelet. What's good? What's good, y'all? Hi, people. Hi. Today's the day. What is my name? Conversation paper. Yo, I'm exhausted as shit. Where is... Alright, hold on. Oh, okay. Shut off the rip, but no, I ain't letting them slide. I just hope we can lie, cause if he got smoke, then it ain't nowhere he can hide. I just paid by the band for one of my tools. You think I won't up with that fee? I ain't wanna do this shit, but fuck it. Watch how I swallow my pride. I just came back from New York, got a deal from another label, but the other label said the other labels ain't the shit for their roster shit. So they told me don't sign. I know for a fact that the boys probably chatting. I did this shit before rapping. I mean fucking these hoes. My big brother said that I wasn't going to shit. She a dog, I be beating her back in. I do 4 or 5 for the bag hit. If I slap in the 50 and put in some pressure on it, well, upgrade the blades. My little homie trying to find what it said. Yo. The hardest shit is trying to like get this shit to work on me trying to figure out how to fuck to work Android. Yeah.
That's officially like my hardest. Wait. Alright, that is not what I need. Wait. Yo, I really be fucking with Tootsie, bro. Like, high key. Alright, let me figure this shit out. Let me figure this shit out. Let me figure this shit out.
I got my brother's name in the bio. I remember running away from a title. I win these niggas down, but I ain't cry though. 40 on me, insurance, Geico. Bitches ain't fucking, she thinking I'm giving them money. I told a little bitch skedaddle. Me, I'm a real, you gotta come show me you fucking before I even pay for the travel. I'm in the track, rolling up rocks, ran out of woods, passed me a gravel. I done seen niggas y'all used to look up to back then become my shadow. I got watches cost me a half a ticket and got diamonds in it. If you smoke, you can't sell it. I'm be real, it's bad for business. F.A. Robert, who said sorry, that car fast, past the limit. Pull up some match, only put on the back.
Fuck, what page am I on?
I get a call from jail, they locked in the cell for corona. I told them give it some time, they let them come home. They
What page?
I'm still mad what happened to Brody. I told her don't bring up a nigga before me. She thinking he lit cause he got a little money and a little G-Wagon with a little ass roadie. I'm too big for that. Why you take my picture while I'm sleep? Bitch, you weird for that. Taking care of your kids and you ain't
What?
daddy, you don't get cheers for that. Take you back for the shit you did, but bitch, you can't get cared for that. I done seen a nigga chill with a red and tell him
Oh shit. Okay. Interesting. Got some yard work done. Kiddos are good. My two youngest are with their dad. Aww. I miss. We gotta pull this one back up because I love this song. So you got banned for a couple of days. Oh, I really thought I would have had like a shorter day. Like, yeah. What the fuck are we supposed to do today, actually? Let's check it. Oh, fuck. What am I looking for? Yo, I redid. Oh fuck, I forgot to go live. Yo, I just be over here doing all types of shit. So yeah, y'all, when I tell y'all I is exhausted, I is exhausted. Like, legit shit, today is... Alright, today we're literally tapping in for like 30 minutes or so, because I'm exhausted as shit. So yeah, I figured that this weekend was gonna be like super not so chilled, and it ended up being like completely not what I wanted it to be. Is this shit too loud? If the music is too loud, my bad, y'all. But yeah, oh shit, nope. Actually, I'm right on the money. So we're supposed to be doing our weekly recap. So recap wise, this week has actually been pretty fucking phenomenal. I went live every single fucking day. Y'all start keeping promises to yourself. Whatever the fuck you do, keep your promises to yourself, because the more you keep your promises to yourself and the more you show up for yourself, the better you're gonna feel in so many aspects. Like, as much as I'm tired of shit right now, just based on like everything that's taken place, um, it's one of those things where I appreciate everything essentially that's taken place. So yeah, that's like a plus. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, but I went through literally, and I got our conversations for tomorrow already planned out. Like legit shit. Today I alchemized my whole entire fucking day with everything that I was feeling because I was in a world of fucking pain. I'm still in a world of fucking pain. However, um, I got mostly everything set up how I want it for the rest. Not, let me not say for the rest of the week, at least for like the next 2 days. We switched out the mouth guard. Yeah, so this shit's tight as fuck, and it's the shit squeezing the fuck out of like my gums and shit. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Um, yeah, yeah. I'm trying my best to like not flip my shit with it. But yeah, we switched out the mouth guards. We planned out our whole entire week, so we got everything set up. We're gonna be speaking about CPs and credit. I finally got all my trade lines up, so all trade lines. What's up, Vic? How are y'all? All trade lines are $1,200, and it's for 60 days. So before, my trade lines were 30 days, and then you had to rebuy your trade line. Now you're literally gonna have it for 60 whole fucking days. So if you have bad credit, new credit, no credit, trade lines are going to be your best bet. No, you don't need a CP if it's something that you don't need. And again, this is where we're going to, communicate um, before you get into whatever, because a lot of times individuals aren't educated on what they can and can't do. So if you miss the lives on what exactly, if you miss the lives on what uh, CPs are, how they work, we're going to continue to have those conversations because, again, I like to have individuals be fully aware of what they're getting into beforehand. You feel me? Like, yeah, we're just not going to tell you, yeah, you need this, and then you actually probably don't need this. So that's essentially where my services um, would differ from the individual that's just trying to take your money type shit. So oh, the car packs are also back. So if you're an individual that wants to get a car, again, how my services work, because I'm an auto broker, what that basically means, you find a car that you would like in anywhere in the fucking United States. As long as you have the money, you get the car. Essentially, you make your payments either to us or to whichever bank you would like. Information is posted on my page. No, those do not work with CPs. It's just going to be with your SSN. But yeah, any car, any state, we ship, and it gets delivered anywhere you would like, essentially. What else? What else? What else? You think I'd have. Hold on. So yeah, we're definitely back with the car packs. Those are going to be SSN onlys. So SSN, you'll be able to drive whatever you want. And again, you just find the car that you would like. So you'd send me like 3 or 4 cars that you would like. I basically research, I find the cars, I let you know what your rates are based on us going through running your credit. After we run your credit, again, you don't have to essentially shop with us, but you could, it would be great if you shop with us. If not, you could take your loan approval and you could go anywhere and get whichever vehicle you would like. So, um, there's that. If apartment packages, individuals have been asking me if I'm coming back with those. Honestly, um, I'm still trying to figure out if I'm gonna be coming back with the apartment packages because I would be the individual essentially that's doing the applications and everything else. So I'm just trying to figure out if I do come back with the apartment packages, if I'm still gonna be doing the applications for you, or if you're gonna be doing the applications for yourself. If I do the applications for you, yes, it's definitely going to be more. Um, it's going to be a different cost because, again, I have to sit here and go through all these places and do the applications. So, if I do come back with the apartment packages, it'll be where you would be responsible for going through and getting your apartments and everything else. However, we'll get you set up for that. What was the other question? Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm running through all the questions so far that I'm getting on my inbox. Do I still do credit repair? Yes, I do credit repair. You could hit me up and we could figure out what would work for you on pretty much every day we're going to be speaking about credit and CPs and mindset. So somewhere along the line, catch a live. If you missed the live, it's on YouTube. So yeah, tap in with YouTube and whatever live you missed, either on the coaching page or either on Drive Tribe, and I'll drop those on this page so that way you'll have access to that. So on Tuesday, if you need help with your credit report, and of course, like I said, if I'm the person that you can't afford my services, like tap in with the programs where I basically just go over like, hey, this is how you read your credit report, this is what you should look for discrepancy wise, and this is how, I suggest that you take stuff off. And of course, as usual, take everything with a grain of salt, find out what works for you. um so there's that. What else, what else? Da, 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 da. Real estate and finance. Okay, so for the real estate portion, honestly, I'm thinking about going more into Airbnb more so than wholesaling, only because of the simple fact of when it comes to wholesaling, you got to have some form of dedication to it. And honestly, if you want to say an hour a day and you figure out what you're going to do for the hour a day, that is pretty good. So we're probably going to venture into wholesaling. I also have individuals asking about insurance adjusting. That I'm also gonna get into. If you need to get your insurance adjuster license, tap in with me. That is something that I could also take care of for you. Again, one thing I want y'all to know in America, money rules everything. So if you know how to pay to play, you could go from point A to point B, and yeah, you'll be great. So, if you need to get your insurance adjuster license, tap in, and we can have conversations on that. And also keep in mind, not all states require you to have a license. However, it's best if you have a license, especially um, during this time of year where a lot of places are getting destroyed. So they need adjusters like crazy. We could tap in and we could have a conversation with that. Um, what was my other questions that I have here? Do I still do personal training? Not necessarily. Yeah, I don't believe I'll be jumping into anything that's physical or personal training or any of that stuff, at least for right now. When we get back into the gym, possibly. However, for right now, no. Da 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 da. Are all trade lines for all credits? Uh, I'm gonna say yes. All trade lines are for all credits because I guess they're asking if it could work for any credit. So yes, trade lines are gonna work for any credit. CPNs, um, regular social. Again, remember the trade line is literally just saying that you are piggybacking off of somebody else's credit to show that you have credit age and a credit limit and everything else like that. All right. So yes, trade lines work for everyone. If you don't have credit, then you also want to add a trade line. If you're new to credit, add a trade line. If your credit sucks, add a trade line. If you have high utilization rate, add a trade line. So for example, my trade lines are, let's see, my trade lines for July, those are pretty much popping right now because everybody and their mom have been jumping on them. Also, business credit. Oh fuck, I gotta jump into that separately. So trade lines, I have a shit ton of trade lines. Hold on. Money popping in money popping. All right, so trade lines for this. Um, for this month, I have a list, a crazy list. So I got Wells Fargo, 22K, like 2015. I remember all these trade lines are going to be 1,200. So it's $1,200, 60 days. Again, once it's posted, you're going to have the lines for 60 days. All right. After 60 days, then you'll go ahead and you basically rebuy whichever trade line you would like. So if you want specific trade lines, you could ask for those. If you want a mystery trade line, then I'll pretty much just add that. So my trade lines range anywhere from, the lowest I have is 4,500. The highest trade line I have is 39K. And that was in 2022. So, like a trade line in 2022, even though it's 39K, I wouldn't tell somebody that's looking to build credit and actually keep their credit in good standing to go with the one that's in 2022. I'll tell you, go with the 23, what is it, the 23K that was open in 2012, because based on your age and based on the individual that you are, then I would say definitely, get that trade line over a trade line, again, that's like 39K, and it's 2022 that trade line just came out. So when you're getting your trade lines, depending on what you're looking to do with the trade line, then I definitely highly suggest to look into that information. All right. um so yeah, if you guys want to get specific trade lines, then you let me know. If you're just looking for one particular trade line, still just let me know. So that way I could go over all of that with you. And of course, if the trade lines don't post, please let me know, because if they don't post, what would take place, I would then go in and take care of that for you. All right. Business trade lines. So Ah, shit. Hold on. Let me go back to that. Gmail. Yo, sometimes my playlist be literally having me feel like I trap the most, and I'm like, bro, you know nothing about this shit. However, when I was in the hospital going through my brain damage situation, yeah, these songs were like on replay apparently. All right, hold on, y'all. Fuck, why can't you show up? All right, so for the individuals that's asking about the business credit is literally going to be for your business itself. Um, Business trade lines, those are phenomenal. So with business trade lines, what those basically mean is, let's say you start your business, and no, I don't suggest you use the trade lines for brand new businesses. That I will never ever ever tell you that if you just started your business to get trade lines. So let's say your business is 6 months to a year and it makes, over 50K a month. So hypothetically, if you're looking to start your business and you need a trade line, my trade lines are going to stay on the business profile until you decide that you're going to dissolve your business, right? So, for example, I have a 30K Equifax, Experian, and SBFE. If you don't know what SBFE is Small Business Financial Exchange. That's where your business credit is reported, not your personal credit, your business credit. So a lot of people will tell you get these net 10s, these net 15s, and get the gas card. And bro, all that shit is great to start off. Like I said, I used to be the individual that, when I first started, I was doing all this shit. By the time I got to my third business, it was like, no, bitch. If you have credit, you don't have to fucking go through half of that shit. Go to a fucking bank that you bank with. And once you have enough banking points with that bank is going to put you where you need to get to. So, lock in with your bank, especially if you're going to set up a business, and start building relationships with them. So when I say build relationships, get CDs, whatever the fuck the bank offers that you could get, that that you could facilitate the payment on it, get it, because it looks good on paper, especially then when you bring them your business. Phenomenal. All right, so the business trade lines, they're going to report to Equifax, Experian, SBFE, and the business trade lines, they're not going to close, they're not going to fall off. So unlike the personal credit trade lines, those do fall off. So after 60 days, they're going to be off of your credit. So if you're new to credit, building credit, whatever the fuck it is for your personal credit, those are going to fall off in 60 days. The business trade lines, they're never going to fall off, they're never going to disappear, and they're always going to be there for the life of your business. All right, hence why you're paying the cost that you pay. um Basically, once you add these business trade lines, that's when you go in and you have big boy status, because then this is when now you could apply for other loans or the cars and all this other shit that you see people with. So a lot of individuals will just tell you, do this or do that. There's rules to everything, and you just got to make sure that you're playing the game correctly. So again, I wouldn't suggest that if your business is anywhere within, under 6 months, and if you're not making a certain amount of money, don't add a trade line. That would be crazy. So my trade lines for the business, you have 30K, 50K, 100K, 200K, 300K. All right, and again, it's going to report to all three of the credit bureaus. So imagine your business is 2 years old, and you're reporting that you have 150 I'm sorry, you have 100K credit line with Experian, Equifax, and SBFE. You're gonna get approved for whatever fucking G wagon, whatever the hell you want. That's how I want you guys to start thinking. However, your business cannot be too young, essentially, because then they're gonna ask for more paperwork. All right, and of course, if y'all need paperwork, tap in with me, because we'll take care of all of that shit to make it your books and everything look where it needs to be. Especially for funding and everything else like that. Like, we take care of all of that to make sure you're secured. So keep in mind that when they do post, they do take time. So SBFE takes up to 30 days to post. So again, yes, you bought it today. and today's what? Today's whatever date it is, right? Let's say today's the second. It it's probably more than likely not gonna post in like a 7 day time span as the personal credit. It can take up to the full 30 days to post. All right, Experian, it reports in 45 to 60 days. I'm sorry, Equifax reports 45 to 60 days. Experian could take 60 to 75 days to report. But once these trade lines report to your business, they're going to be on your credit for the length of you having the business. So as long as you never dissolve the business, you're going to have those trade lines on there. And of course, just continue to run your business how you run it, and we'll be good to go. Now, for the businesses, yes, you do need to have your LLC information available. If you don't have your LLC information available, go to your Secretary of State and you're able to pull all that information. And from there, you're pretty much good to go. So I'll need like your LLC information, so the business name, the tax ID, your business address, and the date that the business was started. Also, if you're using a registered agent, yes, that still counts because the registered agent provides you with set address. All right. So remember, if you're starting your business, if your business is too young, please, please, please do not ask me about the business trade lines, because the trade lines for the business, they stay on your business profile for the length of your business. They do not fall off, and they're never going to close. The only time they close is if you close it. So if you know that your business, makes 60K for the year and you want to add like a 50K trade line to boost your income, then that's essentially where I would come in. So at that point, your 50K trade line is going to report to Experian, Equifax, and SBFE. Okay. All your trade lines are always going to report to these three main bureaus. That's where all business trade lines essentially are reported. And then from there, you could go into building other aspects of your business. Okay. So business trade lines don't fall off. The personal trade lines, they do fall off. The business trade lines are also going to be a grip. And when I say a grip, the prices on those are going to be different. So, for example, the 30K trade line is going to run you $4,500. And keep in mind, this is us providing, the information saying, hey, your business has 30 grand of credit available. And no, it's not available to you, so you're not gonna have a card to swipe or any of this shit. It's just gonna report on your business profile saying, hey, this person has a 30K line of credit with Experian, with Equifax, with the small business, and from there you're able to apply for anything. So for hypothetically, if let's say your business is 8 months in, 9 months in, and you want to add like the 30K to 50K trade line, based on what your business is making, that'd be phenomenal. If your business is already making 100K and you just started and you're 6 months in and you want to connect with us, then at that point, I'm going to tell you to either add another 100K trade line, or add the 200K trade line or the 300K trade line based on like your trajectory. All right. So, um, definitely tap in with us. Let's chop it up and let's see how we could assist you with getting your business from point A to point B. Anything else that you need for your business, tap in with us. Like I said, I'm always working on funding, government contracts, all of that stuff. If you want to get into government contracts, bro, when I tell you, having a service-based business and doing government contracts was the easiest fucking money ever. And when I say easy, it was easy after you did your after you submitted for the contract. While submitting for the contract, the shit's a headache, for the most part. But it's like, yo, you know, tap into what you need to do, you'll be good to go. Um, and of course, if you don't want to do your bids and shit, hire a company. We'll take care of all of that. So we'll help you go through, get government funding, with government contract, or rather, we get you approved. So we do help you do the paperwork, so you're able to get approved, and then from there, we go through with you and like show you how to do the government funding portion. All right. So, or the government contracting portion. I keep saying government funding, like, all right. Damn, I forgot 4th of July is coming up. Ooh. So yeah, definitely tap into with the trade lines. I'm super excited for those. So we have Capital One, Wells Fargo, Barclays, TD Bank, Citibank, and American Express. Actually, I'm probably going to take the American Express off because I only have one line available for that. So that one's probably, I'm going to end up taking that one off. So yeah, we definitely have Wells Fargo, Capital One, Barclays, and TD Bank and Citibank. So whichever, tap in with me, and we could do that. You should start day trading. I already day trade, bro. Yo, man, I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to day trading, but I definitely have thought about getting back into it in 15 minutes. But okay. All right. So yeah, definitely y'all tap in with me at any point. I'm more than likely gonna log back in with y'all later and figure out the rest of my life, but just had to answer those quick questions. The what else? What else? What else? Hold on. Check out these rest of these int questions. Ouch. Okay. I can't find the rest of my fucking. I gotta go back through my thingamajiggy. But yeah, man. All these lives are literally been awesome for the past couple of days, and I definitely do appreciate everyone that has come through and just like supported and everything else. Like, yeah, I really appreciate y'all. I was trying to also get my shit set back up till we could start back streaming our movies and shit, but I really don't believe um my computer is gonna let me do what I want to do. So there's that. Um, so once I get my desktop, we'll try that whole process again. But yeah, man, I hope everyone's having a phenomenal Sunday. Like when I tell y'all, I am excited to start the week, but I'm also exhausted as shit. It's it's a love hate relationship right now. Just knowing like, yo, tomorrow's Monday. Um, So yeah, there's that. I'm also thinking like maybe I should do a sale for 4th of July. So if you buy 2 trade lines, you get one for free type shit. I'm still thinking about that. Um, I'm still thinking about that. That might be a play. But yeah, and this is a personal trade line also, not the business trade lines. So personal trade line, if you buy 2 trade lines, then you'll get one for free. 4th of July type shit. Yeah, let's do that. Only fucking Jamaican people, bro. So yeah, y'all. Did you already call? Bro, I fucking forgot to call you again. Yikes. Okay, gotta talk back in with you. Ugh. All right, y'all. So yeah, what was that? Also, someone asked if we were still doing outsourcing for credit repair. I'm also considering jumping back into doing the outsourcing for that. Right now, I'm just doing the regular lives where you come in and you bring your credit report and we go over it. But we might be jumping back into just taking over the process of doing outsourcing for credit reports overall. Um, that's definitely a play within itself. Oh, y'all, I also did some updates to the app, so super excited about that. Fuck, I'm on the phone. Hold on. Let's see. Please log in. So I did some updates to the app, y'all. I'm so excited. Like, oh shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get this shit on here. But y'all, legit shit. The app itself, fully updated. and I added like different sections to it now and shit. So it has like a whole ADHD burnout type shit. Um, Crazy work, but yeah, this is definitely gonna start the promotion for that this week. I also believe I'm gonna be hopping into that hard. Um, yeah, definitely going to be hopping into that hard and just offering that to individuals and seeing like how that um to get the different feedback on that, because I did the first, what is it, I did the first round of testing when I had first created the app. So this round is like, all right, let's see everyone see how everyone tap in and how it works for them and shit like that. So super excited for that, super excited. But yeah, man, um this week has been freaking exhausting as shit. Oh, I did my 10K again. Or this is my second day hitting over 10K steps, and that's a love-hate relationship, because when I tell you my freaking like my whole entire lower half is kicking my ass, but it's one of those things where I'm like, yo, uh you're gonna get back to just being able to function without being in pain all the fucking time. So that's the end game, or the goal at this point. So we're working on that. Um, what else? What else? I can't think. What else? I can't think of nothing else, y'all. Yeah, I think we covered everything for the most part. Like tomorrow's gonna be pretty fucking dope. I'm definitely gonna see if tomorrow I could do a longer live, essentially, because I'm always getting on here late as fuck. So I'm trying to see if I could mix up my time frames and my days and shit, or not mix up my time frames. I'm sorry, start the lives earlier. Yeah, some shit like that. But I love y'all. I'm gonna tap in with y'all later tonight. I'm gonna go grub, and I don't know why the fuck I'm eating so late. Like, I'm gonna regret that shit too. But what's that? 23:12? Yeah, definitely gonna regret that. um, but I love y'all. I'm gonna tap in with y'all a little bit later. Any questions that you have in reference to the car packs, housing packages, CPs, just connect with me. I will be here. And again, any of our replays is on YouTube, so you're able to tap in for those. But yeah, man, I love you guys. Make sure you're showing up for yourself always. And I'll see y'all in a few. Peace. To end all these lives. Dong, dong, dong.